Gonna have to get up here in just a second, probably. But Novalite Hunter, hi, how's it going? But yeah, yesterday not too much happened, but we've been regathering our forces, waiting for somebody to declare war on us. Trying to gather some people, although that really hasn't been working out. Did we ever talk to Hulu? Oh good, I finally got Ultimate Weapon in Kingdom Hearts. Congratulations. I've never played the Kingdom Hearts games, except for, like, a boss here or there. Something like that. Somebody got stuck on something and I tried it, I think. I never did talk to this guy. But I love Final Fantasy, so I'm familiar with Ultimate Weapon. Tournament! Right, there was a tournament happening. That's what was going on. Let's just keep that at 6. I think my last Final Fantasy game that I played, well, I guess last Final Fantasy game that I finished, because I started a playthrough of 8 when it got remastered on PlayStation 4, because that was my first ever Final Fantasy game, so I had to buy it. But 10 was the last one that I finished. And the Ultimate Weapon in that one is... Ultima isn't too bad, but what's the, there's another one that's in, like after you collect all the monsters from around... Game, yeah, I know. You collect all the monsters and you fight in the little arena thing that you make. And then at the end of that, there's another one that's like Ultima Weapon, but way stronger. I forget what that one is. Final Fantasy World? No. Final Fantasy X. What a great game, Final Fantasy X. Probably my favorite of the series. Almost 41 hours in and almost 100% the game. That's cool. I really know nothing about Kingdom Hearts other than the regular stuff. I recommend you play Kingdom Hearts. It's a good game. Yeah, so I've heard. I know Mousimus will agree with you. Yeah. But 10 doesn't have triple triad. It's true, which is why I played 8 and why I didn't actually finish 8, because I got too stuck on triple triad. And then was like, okay, I gotta put this down. You can emulate games if you want to. Yeah, oh yeah, I know. Yeah, triple triad is definitely the highlight of Final Fantasy VIII, if you didn't know. Which you can also play in Final Fantasy XIV. They added it into the, into their, casino. You can play, there's tournaments every week that you can play in, or every month, I think. There's a monthly tournament. And you can collect monsters. I'm not sure if there's a card ability to turn monsters into cards, like in 8. I can't remember how you get cards. But I do know Triple Triad exists. Collecting some cards is an ass pain. An ass pain. Get out of here. Thank you. Drop off bosses mostly. Oh, I see. I think think I got some pretty strong cards from tournaments. I like ranked in a tournament when I played, and got a decent card. I can't remember which one though. Dungeons and Raids and such, yeah, okay. Yeah, Triple Triad's great though. Love Triple Triad. I think there's is there a mobile Triple Triad? Do you know, Mousimus? I would consider playing a mobile Triple Triad. I'm not one too much for mobile games, except for, I guess, Pokemon Go. That I've gotten back into, I think last year. Played it when it first came out, and then I got back into it. Since we were doing walks. Hold please. We have some really nice walking trails around, and so my fiance and I were like, oh yeah, we should go walking around and get outside, get some exercise. And so to help with that, I started playing Go again. And then I just haven't really put it back down. Do the daily stuff, nothing fancy. Not that I see on the Play Store, not any official Final Fantasy ones at least, damn. I think there's a PC version. It's like a Triple Triad online thing that you can do. I think it's browser based. Mobile version of that would be great. I'd play the hell out of that. Well, the tournament's going well. Anyway, I haven't really been paying attention, but I think I've won my bet every time. I tried an unofficial one and it wasn't very fun. Gave it after 10 minutes or so. That sucks. They need to come out with an official mobile game. I know they're into mobile games because there's like Final Fantasy, is it Record Keeper or something like that, which is kind of a, you know, original Final Fantasy style turn-based game. Record Keeper, yeah. I played that for a bit, way back in like 2015 or something like that. 2015, 2016, something like that. I think I got Squall, and then I was like, okay, I'm good. The reason I granted Ultimate Weapon was the Olympus Coliseum. Really scared of the Hades Cup time trial. Yeah, B1. Ooh, that's cool. Brave Exodus, yeah, also. Yeah, Novelite Hunter, that reminds me of, there's a game called Onimusha. Which, if you've never played it, is kind of like, how do I describe it? You're like a samurai in fantasy Japan. There are like demons and stuff that you fight as the main bad guys. And it's kind of like, it's an action RPG. Well-timed blocks is like a big thing of the game, because you can do counters, like instant kill counters. Super fun. But in Onimusha, there is a well that you can go into, which is like I think it's 40 floors. You have to fight them back to back to back. And if you win, then you get an amazing weapon called the, shit, what is it called? Bakuman Sword or something like that? I think I saw the game already, yeah. Onimusha's great. I haven't played that in a long time. Originally a PlayStation 2 game, but I think they re-released it on PS4. I saw it. I thought about getting it. Looks like you can Triple Triad through Final Fantasy Portal app on the Play Store, actually. I have no idea what Final Fantasy Portal app is. Never heard of it. What is the Portal app, Mousimus? $69 damage. Nice. I missed. Is that it? Green team wins? Oh yeah, I know about the game. I discovered it randomly. Yeah, Onimusha is so fun. Especially for the time. Like, now it's a little dated with the fixed camera style of play. Oh, our timber placed. Well, I'll get a horse. But I think it still holds up. It probably still holds up. I don't mind fixed cameras. Neither do I for the most part, but sometimes it's a little bit of a pain to try to see what you're doing. 100% Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Last time I tried to play Ocarina of Time, my game glitched and I got stuck. I was in the water temple. And this was right before I went into the military. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna beat Ocarina of Time. So I got a guide, and I was like, I'm just gonna go through the guide, I'm gonna beat it, because I always get stuck on the water temple. And so I did, and I got to the water temple, and I got to the part where you have to change the water levels, and it wouldn't do it. The water temple would not change water levels, so I got stuck. I couldn't progress. Not sure. I've never downloaded, to be honest, but it's made by Square Enix. Okay. I preferred them when they were Squaresoft instead of Square Enix. Didn't Square just release a game? You were probably not in the right spot. I don't know. There was pictures, and I was standing on the thing, but yeah, I don't know. So that was the last time I tried. That was in 2012, something like that. It's been a long time since I've tried to play Ocarina of Time. Oh, that's not true. Actually, I've got Ocarina of Time. I got a 3DS, and I got Ocarina of Time on the 3DS, and I tried to play it, and I did not like it on handheld, so I stopped. But yeah, didn't Square recently just release a game, and it's like doing very bad? I saw an article about it, like at one point it only had like one player on an online or something like that. I don't remember the name of it though. Yeah. Okay, so that was first thing done, because we were going to do the tournament, and then I think we were going to go back and drop off our people, and then we were going to go talk to Tulug. Is that right? Is that what we were doing? It's published by them. Okay. So not their game. Put that up there, buy these. Not the cheap meats. I guess that's fine. How's my bread? I'll buy bread. I should just buy a bunch of bread here, because it's super cheap. Babylon's Fall, that's what it is, thank you. Position was off a little and it didn't work, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure, I never did figure out why why that didn't work. I don't know. Maybe I'll try again. Probably not, though. I forget, do you like dungeon crawlers? I love dungeon crawlers. Are you kidding me? I'm gonna make a dungeon crawler after I'm done with Black Warden. That's my next game I'm gonna make. Dude. Have I not talked to you about this, Mousimus? So after Black Warden is completed, which is, if you're unfamiliar with Black Warden, I'm making a mobile game called Black Warden, and it's going to be like a 2D side-scrolling auto runner action RPG game. Look at Mini Healer on Steam. I saw you playing that yesterday. I was gonna ask you what that was, because I hadn't heard of it. I'm not like super in tune with new games coming out, but yeah, after Black Warden's done, I'm gonna make a dungeon crawler. I'm gonna make a turn-based dungeon crawler. If you're familiar with the game Dungeon Crawl Stone Soup, it's gonna be kind of like that, but different. It's fun, it came out back in 2020. I'll take a look at it. Is it on summer sale? That's still going on, right? No, probably ended now. I think it was only going through the 7th, wasn't it? It was, yeah. That's okay. I got way too many games on the summer sale. I've been playing frickin' Planet Zoo. More archers. Okay. These guys look all good. It's only $7 right now. I'm a lurk when B hates. Yeah, go ahead and lurk, man. Good luck in your fight. So, Mousimus, tell me more about Mini Healer. Is it turn-based? It's probably not turn-based. They don't really make turn-based games anymore. What the hell is it? What the frickin'? Oh no. $260. Oh, $250. $310, $380, $450, $500, about 520 people in that fight right now. That's, you know, I kind of want to help him. They are just Tundra Bandits. It would be kind of a rough fight, but it could work out. This is another 156. That would be a long fight, man. Be a lot of waves of guys. And what do Tundra Bandits have? They have lances, which suck. They have thrown weapons, which are bad, but not too bad, yes. They also have a bunch of Sea Raiders, which have throwing axes. I really want to try to fight this fight. What does he have? He's got some cavalry. I mean, he's only got 50 guys. It's 2D and you play as a healer using skills and talents obtained through 4 different class trees to keep your party alive. You have a tank, berserker, and a ranger included in your party. A ranger? Yucky. Why would I want to have a ranger in my party? That sounds awful. I don't think he's taking the bait. Okay, Haha, yeah. Should we fight that fight? Should we take some people out and go fight that fight? I'm kind of leaning towards I want to try it. If I could save scum, I'd do it right now. Oh, not that one. Oh shit, am I out of space? I am. I ran out of space. Okay, well, what do I have the most of in here, I guess? Bread. I have a ton of bread. Do it. Bunch of boss fights with different mechanics. At the end, there's an infinite dungeon to crawl through, as well as a mini roguelike tower you can climb as well. That does sound fun. 2D play. So you never said, is it turn-based or is it not turn-based? I really hope it's turn-based. It is not turn-based, okay. Still worth, sounds like it's worth checking out though, for sure. And we'll find some room. Sausage. I have a lot of fish also. Also, I need a fish. So, how convenient. And I was gonna put, what was I gonna put in here? My brain stopped. But I think it was the sausages. Not financial situation. I want to inspect the treasury. That's what it is. Yeah. Go to the marketplace. Let's sell some of this stuff. And that'll work. Super worth. Yeah. Yeah, I'll have to check it out. Might be one to put on the list. I still have a couple of games I bought on summer sale that I haven't even touched yet. Inscription, Loop Hero, I haven't played at all. I'm contemplating whether to save Loop Hero for like a stream. So not sure if I want to do that just yet. Let's take all these guys. Take all these guys. We'll take them. That's whoever survives will deserve to live. Oh, that's it. What? Okay, I got all these archers down here. I kind of want to put my Rodok archers in here and take out other archers. So I will. Not those ones. these guys. So we'll put, we'll keep the crossbowmen up front, but I want those leveled up guys to actually be there. Yeah. Swatting at arms. These guys here. Move them up. I suppose that's actually a decent mix of archers. I'm trying to get this, my people set up so when I call reinforcements, I have who I want showing up, if that makes sense. Okay, I think we do this. That's a good amount of archers, cavalry. I could take out another, like, 275. Yeah, that. A4. These guys. Okay, so they're down here. Good, good. Okay, big fight. Let's do this. Hopefully those guys aren't close enough to... Oh, they're totally close enough to join. Oh, okay. Only 560. So maybe they didn't join. Maybe the nearby guys didn't join. Because it should have been more than they did. Not too bad of a battlefield. Those rocks are gonna be troublesome. I don't know if I even have any infantry. Spread them out. You guys need to follow me. Let's, we'll put them over here. Hopefully not too many of them get stuck on those rocks. Otherwise, we're gonna have a problem. Hopefully I don't get stuck on those rocks, otherwise I'm gonna have a problem. Okay, main thing is we need to watch... Oh, there goes Alliger. He was probably weakened from the fight beforehand. I'm taking a lot of damage. I need to watch that a little bit. New enemies arrived. That's what we need to watch for. So we're gonna go back here. We're gonna have everybody hold this position. I need to keep everybody together. When you start having stragglers, that's when they start getting picked off. And over the course of this fight, that's gonna be a lot of casualties. Camp follower killed, that's fine. My horse is taking some damage, so I can't get speed anymore. I might have enough. Yeah, okay, here we go. Horse received 6 damage. Pretty soon it's gonna be too slow to drop the lance, which is not quite yet. Oh no, maybe it is. I gotta be downhill to get enough speed. Okay. More guys? Yeah, more guys. Let's follow me. Let's not get too hasty here. I think I shot him in the shield. Ooh, I thought I was gonna get stuck on that rock. I went over it. Okay, so I saw the new enemies arrived. We're still mostly together. Okay, let's pull back. I wonder where we're at. Kinda wish they'd give you these bigger battles. It's like I have no idea how many people are left or how many people I've lost. But maybe that's the point. Because how would you know that? Then again, how would you have a map? And I have one of those. So waiting for reinforcements. Oh, I missed it. What's that guy doing up there? He probably got dehorsed. That might be one of my guys. That might be Nazar. Look at how slow my horse is. Oh, now it's real slow. Hopefully that didn't lame it. New enemies arrived again. Man. There's not a stray horse standing around, is there? Okay, now I gotta be really careful. Gotta keep an eye on what's going on. Oh, there's a horse. Gotta go into them to get it. New enemies arrived. Man, this is pretty brutal. Why haven't I got reinforcements yet? Guess I haven't lost enough people to get reinforcements. It's slowly going up the hill. No, 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 horse, come back. Yeah, okay, we're back in business. More reinforcement. Holy shit. So I'm kind of surprised because in native, the fight would get broken up. Like after you got so many downs, it would be like, you know, you've won the first battle and get ready for the second battle. And it would kind of give you time to recover some health with your first aid skill and things like that. But it looks like that is no longer a thing. Which is good to know. Anybody shooting at me? I gotta be careful, I'm like way down right now. Oh, there's a nice horse. I think right now the game only thinks I have a one riding skill though, so I probably wouldn't be able to mount it. Because of my armor. I should get a huge Renown Boost from this fight, though. Outnumbered like 200 people. My shield's about to break as well. I could replace it with one of these back here. Ah, damn it. I ran into a spear. I thought he wouldn't hit me because he was like in a stabbing motion. Unless he let it go right as I ran past him. But it didn't look like it. That's the thing, like I haven't seen an animation of them like stabbing. Well, I guess the tournament was my first fight of the day. Well, that's not good. You see that guy with that bowman run in? That means he's probably out of arrows. He didn't go down. New enemies arrived. Yep, there goes a lot of my cavalry. So that was the first time I saw that I got reinforcements. I'm gonna try to hold this hill. I gotta be careful myself, otherwise I'm gonna go down. We're taking a lot of casualties. Probably Marnid went down. I should have moved Marnid to the bottom of my army list, because that's probably what's doing it. He's probably wounded, and that's why everybody's dying instead of just being wounded. Let's see if we can mount this horse. I doubt that I can, but it's worth a try. No, horse, come back. And horse doesn't want it. Okay, where is everybody? Get him up here. He's running away. It's a good sign. Okay, I got some reinforcements. Is this the last of them? It should have spawned in by now. I think this might be the last of them. We'll see what the damage is. Hopefully we didn't do too bad. Whew. 40 killed. 40 killed, 60 wounded. Of those 40 killed, how many of them? 4 tier 5 cavalry, 3 tier 4 cavalry. Not 4 tier 5 cavalry. Some of the Rhodoc archers, that's fine. 2 more tier 5 cavalry. Oh, my 2 tier 6 cavalries. One of my other tier 6. Okay, that kind of hurts, but it's okay. On the enemy casualties, does it say allies? Okay, here it is. 3 killed, 6 wounded. He must have had not very many people left by the time I joined the fight. And then they are... Yeah, it did pretty well. Big reputation boost with him. Saved their necks. Yeah. Dimitri of the Outlaws managed to escape. Damn it. I really want to see what happens if you capture that. Hopefully we get some good experience from this. We'll see when the experience is distributed. This is just from, like, kills on the battlefield. Yeah, Marnid. But they did have all of these guys that I can hire, which I will. Okay, so they have some 6s. Any more 6s? We're just gonna go down the line and see tiers of people. Look for 5s. Horse archer, I'll take them. That's it for 5s, it looks like, and then 4s. Okay, now we're down to 3s, which is less important. I could just hire the rest of these mercenary swordsmen. Let's do these Rodok guys. Nord, sure. Nord Berserkers. House Carls. Nord, oh, that's a tier 1. I say, what's a Bondi? That's why. I don't recognize. Serenids, nah. Peasant Women, maybe. Only got 2 slots left. Let's just do the Mercenary Swordsman. Bonus! Large bag of throwing daggers and a heavy Nordic. Okay. 23 daggers. Cool. Oops. And he jumped up to 406 because he hired the rest of the people. Well, that kind of worked out then, didn't it? That's a huge force. That's a kingly force. I can't even have that many people. My force is only 306. Also, we got a huge Renown Boost. We went from like 1218 to 1250, which at our Renown level is a lot. Because if I check, let's see, yeah, oh, they're not called king in this. Ragnar. His renown is 1475, and he's been an established king for like since the beginning of the game. So at 1250, not that bad. Not that bad. King Harless is 1488. Sanjar is 1475. So I'm not too far behind. Got some decent money from them. Got some decent money from my people. I don't want to visit my dad works. Okay, and then I guess we'll just garrison up. Oh yeah, my barracks got done. Let's do messenger post. Manage the garrison. Ooh, we should look to see. Is there a ransom broker here? Traveler, there is. So now I could take all those people that are in my stockades and ransom them, which would be a nice little boost. It's gonna take a minute because I only have 1 point in prisoner management. But I mean, every 5 guys is something like 650 silver. And there's a bunch of them. So we're going to be doing this for a hot minute. But yeah, that fight didn't go too bad. I lost 40 people, and it kind of sucks that all of them were, like, most of the people that I lost were, like, tier 5s and above. But, all things considered, I did not expect that friendly lord to hire all of their prisoners and jump from, he probably had something like 20 to 400. That's nuts. And now he should be able to defend himself. Quite easily, although he will be rather slow on the overland. But this was the big group of bandits that's been traveling around, so I mean, this will help with our trade routes not getting attacked. This will help with our villagers not being attacked. Oh, I'm trying to sell them. I was trying to upgrade them. What's going on? Yeah. This guy. So some decent experience, to answer my own question. Yeah, I'm up to 16,000. We should take a look and see if there is some particularly nice armor or weapons in the shop here. Because now would be a good time to buy. It would put a pretty large dent in my coffers, but probably work out in the long run. Because I think the really, really nice armor, the lordly armor, is in like in the... I know in native I have seen it for over 100,000 silver. Oh, he moved. That does remind me though. Okay, so they like me too. I should be getting my reputation up with the town because that will make getting taxes and stuff easier. So let's just start that process now. Buy everybody that comes in a jar of your best wine. It costs you 1,000, and your relationship goes up 1. Money well spent, in my opinion. Once I get them up to acceptive of me, I'll start seeing some of that come back. Okay, so that was quite a bit of money we made. Okay, now we're gonna manage the garrison of these guys. I'm gonna put all of my wounded troops in the castle. Because I'm about to go fight all those other bandits that are out and about. Okay, so I still have 254 people just in my party. I mean, I could just fight them with this force, to be honest. It's not too bad. That'd be like 30 archers. Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Anybody in the garrison that I would want to level up? I see some tier 2 right here. Take them. Oh, he's wounded. Okay, so following me. I don't know if that's the best idea, but I want to help him as he gets into fights, because that's going to raise my reputation with him. And since Honor's not going to do it, I got to do it the hard way. Who knows, maybe this guy will stick with us until the end.
Everything has a price, even your life.
Okay, he joined my side. Never mind. I thought they would turn around. We have 628 versus their 272. Little different situation than last time. But we shouldn't have to worry about these bandits for a while. Okay, I think I saw them there. Yeah. Everyone spread out. I'll put infantry up if we have any. Yeah, we got a few. Let's put these guys out from behind these trees. Well, there's not really any place to go except behind trees, is there? Okay, in that case, I'll just put them behind the hill so they don't get shot up. So those horses make a pretty big target. Oh, these guys got tower shields. Nice. I'm still wounded from the last fight, but we should have a massive advantage. Not only in numbers, but through your tactics skill and what the difference is in the size of armies, you will have more people fielded than the enemy. So since we have them grossly outnumbered, and I have a pretty decent tactics skill, I think it's at like, it's either at 6 or 8, I don't remember. If it's at 7, it's effectively 6 because it's only every other point that counts for tactics. Okay, so let's put them over here. It's a little flatter field. We're gonna hold here. Oh, they're coming over this hill. I wonder where they came from this way before. I guess they kind of didn't. But that's okay. Okay, let's back them up. I need some room to fight. Ow. Okay, so we're gonna go over here. So now I know they're coming from this way now. So now I'm gonna put them up on this hill. If I get them high enough, then I just have to worry about, if I just tell my cavalry to charge, I'll advance them 10, and then I'll basically just be getting my cavalry charge orders now, once my archers get into position. Otherwise, I still need to protect them. Yeah, they're backing up slowly. Mount received an extra 65 damage. I even turned away from that too. Okay, cavalry charge, they're down in this valley. New enemies arrived. Then I'll just have my infantry protect my archers or strays that come through. Follow me into this tree. Good. Have them hold up here. And I'm just gonna kill them in this valley as they come down. I think this is a good spot. It gives my archers good spot to shoot them from as they're coming down. I don't want my cavalry going up any hills, because that's going to slow them down, and that's where they get stuck. Or at least we'll keep it to a minimum. Looks like they're starting to break off, so we'll call them back. We're just gonna rinse, repeat this. I can't play so loose with so many enemies on the field. So you do that, you start taking heavy casualties, and eventually you're gonna run out of people. Like, I've stockpiled a bunch in the castle, but at this point in the game, it's less about winning the fight and more about mitigating losses. Because sometimes you'll have to fight back to back to back as you run into lords that you can't get away from. Because they're faster than you. I missed. I didn't check to see if my horse got lamed, though. Hopefully not. It's weird that they're kind of splitting up. Like, some come over this hill and the other ones come over the other hill. I'm starting to take too many hits, so I won't be able to distract as well anymore. It's going to start to be a head-on battle. Although commanding from up here, it's a lot easier to see what's going on. Some of my guys got knocked off their horses. Yeah, so I'm taking out their army. They're like 250 man army, about 20, 30 guys at a time. Better than the alternative, though. Trying to get these guys positioned so the cavalry are in front, because I saw them get stuck on a bunch of people. I don't like that my archers have now taken out melee weapons. I hope they're not empty. Looks like a lot of them are. Okay, well, we move to everybody charge now. Yeah. So now this is going to be tougher because I'm not pin cushioning them as they're running up. Which is a really convenient way to fight. Yeah, that's close enough. Damn, one of my tier 4 archers got killed. My horse is so slow. Okay, dead 185, ready 14, wounded 73. So they gotta be getting close to the end, because they had like, what, 250? Something like that. And it's not the last bit of them, because they're running off that way. Unless they were just running down that guy. Okay, yep. It was. You gained 6 renown. Only 2 killed in that. So that's what superior tactics will do for you. I mean, we had them outnumbered a ton, but still. Alrighty. And we can hire some more people. Which I think I will. Catcher leveled up too. Good. Okay, what do they got? Definitely tier 5s. Tier 5s and tier 4s are basically always higher. But it looks like that was it for that. So now it's getting to be a little slim pickings. Nordbundy, cool. Sweating Peasant, sure. Nordhaus Carl, yes. Nord Berserker, sure. I got a lot of people to go. Hire all these mercenary swordsmen. Hire these peasant women. I'll hire these farmers. I'm not sure what the difference between a farmer and a townsman is. Mercenary horsemen, I think, can upgrade into mercenary swordsmen. Look at those two. Or no, it's Caravan Guards that do that. Mercenary horsemen just turn into mercenary cavalry. It's so hard to remember. Masterwork, Nordic Warsword. Masterwork, Imperial Hunting Bow. For a masterwork weapon, that's not very good. That bow, however, is very good. I don't have anybody near power draw 6. But if I did, that would be awesome. Plus 5 damage, plus 1 speed. Plus 4 to requirement to power draw. Wow. Alrighty. Soldiers are ready to upgrade. All in all, I think it went pretty well. 20 guard. Sure. Let's see your skills. So your foraging is all the way up. You have agility 18. I should keep getting that agility up. I was gonna consider putting some points into her strength to give her better armor. But I think just getting the foraging up, because that's gonna be more and more important as my army gets larger and larger. Should probably do better with shield. Actually, reduces damage to shields and improves shield coverage. Speed and coverage. So if she's firing her crossbow, she shouldn't have to worry about damage too much. She might catch an unlucky hit here or there, but that's fine. If she gets into melee, however, that shield will do more for her than that Iron Flesh will. He's up to 463 now. Huge army. Traveler. You, here you are. Okay. Now we got back down to our traveling numbers. Everybody healed up from that, huh? Nobody's wounded? Oh yeah, I only had 2 killed. Right. I forgot already. But yeah, I'd say that went very decently. I don't know what I was expecting, but I'm okay with the result. Press start all low level or cavalry, huh? We'll give these guys. We'll give our higher cavalry, I think. Well, I don't know, because it's good to have a couple really strong cavalry up front. They can do a lot of work for you. How are my Swadians? 24. Hey, we didn't lose too many. I think I had 27 of these guys. They did pretty well. Caravan Guards. I'm just gonna put these guys in. I'm trying to see who I'm gonna get rid of. These guys I want to keep. Well, not these guys. I'll give these guys. But these low-level guys I want to keep in the party because I want to get them tier 3 and up. These guys I can upgrade into mercenary. Or no, I did have it the right way. Is the issue with having so many different kinds of people. Not mercenary horsemen. It was Caravan Guards. 27 of them. Okay. Let's take all. If anything, I'll just push them all to the bottom so I know where they are. I should be doing that for all of these anyway, but it's fine. And maybe I'll just give these just to keep my numbers down while these guys get leveled up. Any other large group? These guys. Yeah, because that's quite a few people. 111 isn't bad. I'll keep it. And then Marketplace, I did have some things to sell, didn't I? Thick Yavel Kuyak. 56 and 16. That's not bad. 12,000. If you can hear that, the fan just kicked on for some reason. It should be off. Okay, I don't really see anything in the shop worth getting right now. Nothing jumps out to me. Like, there would be some upgrades for some people in my party, but that is not what I'm concerned about right now. I'm looking for upgrades on this stuff, and then they'll get my hand-me-downs. And then we'll worry about them later after we're like, we have all the stuff we're ever going to need for the rest of the game. 21,000 gold. Or silver, rather, not gold. Alright, well, now what? So we got here, we were gonna go talk to Tulug. That's what we were gonna do. So we need to go find him. So we need to go find a Karragate guy to talk to. And I think I'm gonna run down all these Tundra bandits and kill them. I should go take out this lair, actually. What's my health at? 55. I need to heal up a bit yet. Another woman approaches your party and passes one of your men a letter sealed in plain wax that's addressed to you. When you break the seal, you see it reads from Nadha. Gongzu? Nadha? It reads, I so enjoyed your last visit, although it has only been a short time since your departure. I would be most pleased to see you again. I am currently at Tulbuk Castle, as my father, Uramuda, has already granted permission for you to see me. I shall expect your imminent arrival. I can speak. Yeah, okay. I'm headed that way anyway. I will hit this Tundra Bandit cave on the way back, because right now I am too weakened to take it on. Last time we tried to take one on, I got killed. I was gonna say also that Swati took Kira, which is kind of crazy. Truce is expired. Declare war. No? Maybe in a bit. Maybe they'll wait for me to show up. Maybe the invitation is all a ruse. Oh, this is my village. Build a messenger post. Did I have to give anybody a fee for anything? That sounds kind of familiar, doesn't it? I just unlocked the Hades Cup time trial after I beat the Hades Cup alone. Go. It'll beat 10 after 10. Congratulations. Alright, I'd be more excited for you, but I don't really understand the implications of what you're doing. It sounds tough, though. If it's anything like Onimusha Demon Well, that's tough. I got sidetracked. Factions, mine. Nope, I just have Meltor and Alliger. Somebody came and joined my faction though, didn't they? It was Kleiss. So we were gonna think about giving him a small thief. I could give him Vezin. Domina Nesha has renounced allegiance to the Grand Principality of Vegars to join Cthulvania. Okay, who is that? Notes, recent messages. Nesha. Domina Nesha. You are Mariga Belgaru. Yeah. M? No. Mariga? He did join me. Wow. So, Mariga has a super high renown, but he is a scoundrel lord. I know because I had to work up my reputation, I remember. Unless it's Meleza I was thinking of, but I think it was Mariga. I think Mariga used to own Rivacheg, and now I do. And that's why he jumped ship. With such a high renown, it has to be that he's a scoundrel lord. The other guy I don't think is, because I never did any jobs for him, and I think my reputation with him is even. So I might have a better chance with him. Maybe he just had been defeated a lot and then lost a bunch of reputation. Basically, it's an arena mode where you have to beat in one go. Wait. 80s Cup round 49. So I beat that. Congratulations. Yeah, that does sound tough. We both had our own little combat trial. Yeah, let's go to the castle. Yes. Time trial is the real challenge here, yeah. I can definitely see that. Kleiss, it was Kleiss. Okay, I do remember. These are my guys, that's Ymira. You're gonna Kleiss. Kleiss, hi. Yeah. I should grant one of my Vezin unassigned place. And I lost a reputation with Aliger because he is a not nice lord. So he's gonna get mad every time I give somebody else land. But that's all fine. We're giving Vezin to me. Take my leave. Right now, I just need to get off the ground. After our first war, which I'm assuming is going to go well, we should have a little bit better time. And then if they jump ship, it's not that big a deal. But now I have two lords kind of patrolling this area. Meltor is up here. And as soon as I get another honorable lord in, they're going to get this castle in this town right here. And then with our powers combined, I will become Captain Planet. I could do it right now. See, the last time I went in to a place, I got my ass handed to me, so I would like them to be higher up, but if we take care of it sooner rather than later, that's kind of better, isn't it? Do this. Okay, we'll just take him out from afar, hopefully. We'll take it nice and slow. Those archers are accurate. Hold on, we're gonna go back here. It'd be nice if I could attract them to me, if I can get to a point where they can't shoot at me. Toughest boss in the Hades Cup is strangely the round 10 boss. I can melt through my HP as tough as nails. Or I can just say it. Nice. Get him! That didn't do too much damage. Man, they are accurate. Or there's a lot of people shooting. Hit him, please. Is there any more people over here? Ow. Well, this plan didn't really work out, did it? A lot of my people went down. Only me and 2 guys. So then their camp is just gonna move if they defeat me then. I'm gonna run into the crossbow bolts as well. Or die. Damn. I don't know, maybe I should bring, next time I should bring in some dedicated archers. Maybe that's what I need to do. So, they probably moved up here then. But maybe with some dedicated archers I can get them. It's gonna be a ranged fight. Maybe they need a little bit of time before they set up again. Otherwise, I think there's a spawn point down south. Or possibly along the coast. $57 and $20 for 32,000. Belligerent drunk. My renown's so high he doesn't even threaten me anymore. I could talk to him and get him to fight me, but in native, that's a nice way to get some decent swords early. Is to go talk to the belligerent drunks, and because they'll drop a Nordic sword every time in like early game. That's a very nice sword to have. Was there anything in this village? There wasn't. I could recruit people, but I'm not gonna. I wonder how Meltor is doing. I haven't seen anything pop up that he's been like defeated in battle. He has not done anything with the castle. Okay, well, he's just gonna hang out. Place. Why are you way over here? Only 50 people in this castle. If the Vagrants go to war with me, it'd be the very first thing I take. She must have moved. Because they must have just taken this recently. What castle? She's not here, is she? No, there's nobody here. Weird that it didn't fail me the quest. I guess I'll go try to track her down. The Carragate are shrinking. They got 2 castles and a city. They're down to what I have. We are the same. Wish to ask you something. Know the location of someone. To look, just our castle. Okay. Location of someone. I thought that said Kefka for a second. I was gonna say, what? Also at Distar Castle. Well, isn't that convenient? And it's right there. Don't. Should be faster than them. Press entry to the castle. Attempt to visit a lady. Enter. There we go. Yeah, she's happy that I showed up. Poetry, yep. And then I gain a little bit of rep with her. Yep. I think I have a future together. Everything that your intentions toward me are honorable. A little stronger, okay. I can't remember. Do I need 20 reputation with her? 21, maybe? Maybe we need to be like 21. 21 is the threshold for friends. So maybe it's something like that. Yuku. No, she's not in the, Hi. Yeah, I can't discuss anything in private with him because he's in the castle standing next to people. Trade agreement. Rodok Republic and the Kingdom of Swadia. Signed a trade agreement. Yeah, Swati's coming back. I'm surprised that they didn't just fight him. Local patrol. Oh yeah, patrols. I need to see if I can set up patrols. A good price for spice. Good price for salt. I should take this to Rivacheg and sell it there. That'll help my economy. Do I need to replace anything? Sausages, but they don't have any. I'm real good on cheese. Nope, I'm doing pretty good. Pretty decently. $55 and $15. That's not bad, it's only 7,000. Strength requirement 14 though. Not a lot of people will have 14 strength, and the ones that do probably have better or similar-ish armor. Alright, well, we can hang out and wait for him to leave the castle, which is... who knows when that's gonna happen. And even if he does, who's to say that he might be in a party already, which he won't talk to me. Yeah, he's only got 29 people, so he's gathering forces right now. Just gonna be a while. This guy's an honorable lord, isn't he? No, he's not. Never mind. He's going to raid that village. Kilim-san. How are the Vegars doing? Recently suffered provocation by me, and there is a risk of war. That's gonna run out soon. They're gonna lose face, and I'm gonna gain right to rule if they don't act on that soon. Bound by truce not to attack Swadia. They're at war with the Caravan Guards. Fighting has begun relatively recently. The war may continue for some time. Okay, so they're just at war with the Caravan. I'm surprised they haven't declared war on me, but no standing issues with me. They're at war with Swadia. No word on how that's going yet. No word on how that's going, although they're winning. Formed an alliance with the Nords. Truce with the Sarah assault it. Still relationship 100, even though he's got no peeps. Looking for a negative reputation, because he's got some, and he's got no peeps, so that should be worse. Getting worse, anyway, is what I meant to say. Okay, that is going down, because that was at like 465, so it's 410. So that's slowly going away. Who was the other guy that I asked and said no? Because he was at 100. It was Place. That's only 25. Okay. So once that gets down to 0, I could ask again. He still has no fief, which is weird because they've been taking lands. Maybe they just haven't divvied them out yet. But Swati's been doing well, so I don't know if he'll be too keen on leaving. I should find this guy, Despin. Negative 42 relationship, no fief. Kind of a low renown, but a lord is a lord. Same with Montawar. Despin's even worse though. Super low. Okay. Let's take a look at how Swati has been doing. Swati's been getting their two-hand skill up, apparently. Swatia. Okay, it says the same thing. No upper hand. But they have a bunch of lands to give away. They took Vajeg? Took back to Rim. But I think that happened a while ago. They took Kira. That happened rather recently. Maybe he took this castle back? I thought that was green at one point. Haven't taken Haringoth back yet. Okay, so let's go try to find Despin. Where am I? Is that me? That's me. There's a button to center yourself, but I don't remember what it is. You have a rather large party, sir. I don't even recognize the name either. Do all it. Nope. I haven't learned any new poems anyway. Which, I mean, you don't have to. You show up. You get a reputation. The poetry helps, though. That's what I should also be doing. So many things to do. These guys. 266 manhunters. I saw them earlier. Around Riveton. Essedin. Okay. He'll know where Despin is. Or at least he should. A couple of times I've talked to people and they're like, I don't know where he is. And I thought they were captured and then found them, like, not too far away. Oh, he's an honorable lord, too. We should ask you something. Location of someone. Despin. Should be close to Hain, which is Nord area. Thick iron greaves. They're expensive, but they would be an upgrade. By 2. Better than nothing. I think I'll wait. An Albion sword. There's a company called Albion that makes swords. And they make them very well. Azadin. Akadan. Positive relationship. I'm not even going to ask. Hain is... I thought it was here. Oh yeah, it is. It's right next to Tyr. Okay. Well, that's kind of far away. We can maybe recruit some Nords on the way. Okay. Yeah, the experience gain from my guys leveling up is really starting to show. Too. I have a negative relationship with Mechin, but if they happen to be taken over by bandits, I should check these places too, because they can still be taken over by bandits even if they're looted. Well, they took Telrog Castle. Yeah, I knew that already. They are taken over by bandits. How convenient. Let's hold here. Oh, there they are. Ah, shit, they're mountain bandits too. I didn't switch back to my lance. I can't reload it on horseback. Alright, it worked fine. I like his weapon. Like a little bill hook. 2 wounded, that's fine. Yep. Recruit 2, sure, I'll take it. At least I'm positive with him again. Switch back to my lance before I forget. Don't go over. That one just got looted. That's already looted. If he was at Hain, he'll probably come around this path if he's going to do any at all. Held a Nara. For you. And I hope he didn't get captured. I can ask this guy. That might be him or there. Yep, sure is. We should speak to you in private. How do you feel about King Harless? Can I persuade you to say a little more? No. No, you cannot. Okay. Well, I tried. Might as well go down to Tyr since I'm here. Okay. Making sure they're not joining me. I could replace my fish. Let's do that. Cheese. What's the price? Terrible price. Hold on to that. Sell it somewhere else if anything. Yeah. It's a nice horse. I think it's nope, worse than mine. Oh, my charger did get lamed. Fuck. Okay. This is what we do then. Now, in native, when your horse got lamed, you could put it in your party for a while and it would unlame. Which is also a way to cost effectively buy horses. Because you can buy them lamed, keep them in your party, and then they become not lamed. And got this nice horse at a discount. Now, I'm not sure if the mod kept that or not. Hopefully they did. That would explain why my charger was so slow. I don't remember if it was any sort of special charger either. I'm not sure if it will go back to what it was, or if it'll just become baseline charger again. We'll see. Another good reason to have some extra horses in your blue. That's way to the south, isn't it? Yep. Why would I expect anything less? $15 Nords. Nice, cheap. 154 Sea Raiders. With 393 prisoners. Some nice prisoners in there too. I see some tier 6s, some tier 5s. Mostly Taiga bandits. It's an option. Be another big fight. What's my morale report? Here it is. Extra morale, extra morale. There's no current events for this anymore. King plus 100. Beforehand, you would get your morale would start to go down if you battled too much, because they're, you know, to represent your people getting tired, just battling twice a day, every day for a while, wear on you. So you needed to give them time, kind of like reset. And we've been doing a lot of battling. We just did a big run around, so I would probably be fine, but it's okay. We're down here, we're recruiting Nords. If they're there on the way back, then maybe, because I'm going to hit that town and go over the mountain there. Ooh, I did this once before, too. They're already acceptive of me. I missed, somehow. Don't get hit by those pikes. This horse is nice and fast, though. Man. I'm a charger for so long. Trying not to lance my own guy here. I won't do damage to him, but I will mess up my cooldown. I think you can break their shields, though, if they block it. Any more? It's like one guy behind that house or something. We're running off over here. I don't see him though. Okay. They must have been running past him. He must have been right behind that corner there. Yep. 16. 26 Nords. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah. Shared experience. This is why I was saying throughout the beginning portion of the playthrough to keep gaining relationship with all these entities, because now I can go into a town. I grabbed 30 from the other town. I only have a reputation of like 21 with them. I have a -4 with them, so they're not gonna want anything to do with me. Yeah, these guys are nice and upgraded. What is my... $262. Okay, so I gained a little bit. These guys won't be ready to recruit again. I might have to declare war on somebody instead of waiting for them to declare war on me. I don't want to get the warmonger penalties, but somebody should have declared war on me by now. And it's gonna start becoming an issue. I was hoping he was going to get into a fight. I was going to come in and help him. Thought a feast was going on. Would have been better if there'd been a feast going on. $54 and 13. Eh. The helmet's 53, which is better. It's not even that expensive. It's just one armor more, but everything helps. What's its weight? Same. Okay, it's same class of weight. I think I'll hold off until I find a better one than that, because I've seen them up to like 60, close to 60. It'll be more expensive, but worth it. Super damage sword. That is a reward in the tournaments. Nobody's willing to join me. Since I got you here. What are we looking like? Negative 21. Impatience is only 5. I could try again. Unless I have to wait for it to drain back down to 0 before I ask again. In which case I could just follow him around for a bit until it drains down. I don't know what the degradation rate is of that. Let's see. Let's see if he'll talk to me. Try my patience. Okay. Yeah, one of these times I'm gonna get lucky. What's my persuasion? 6. Okay, so that needs to be... I would have preferred to have it at 8 before I started doing all this, but I decided to put more points into my charisma. Definitely making things a little tougher. I never did come down and check out Albert Castle that I was going to. Maybe I can throw some of these guys in this castle. It's already at 246. I guess it's fine. Manage the castle. The messenger post will be completed in 1 day. Okay, so it's fine. It just doesn't have a lord right now. I suppose what I really should do is just patrol around this area and kill all the bandits I find. Like these guys are doing. I guess I have these guys doing it for me. Meltar got defeated. Managed to escape. That's probably that, bandit lord down there. The, not Tundra bandit, the, steppe bandit. Okay, sell this stuff. That'll help my economy. Buy the fruit. Trade out my bread here. Trade out my fish here. Yeah, sure. And sausages, I'll buy those. There we go. Do some quick transactions. Vagor Elite Armor, 56 and 17. Very close to mine. This one's 55. It looks kind of dumb, though. Although I do appreciate the mustache. I do not like the pointy top. This one looks better. It's not so, like... I don't know. It looks like I'm wearing a... It looks like I'm the Tin Man, wearing a funnel on my head. Ransom broker. Oh wait, is there anybody? There sure isn't anybody. Let's throw these guys in the castle here. Keep them on me. I do need to keep some archers on me. Although, if I don't, I could just recruit some Veggers and build up some Vegger archers. Which, that is not a bad idea. Maybe I'll do that instead. I have quite a bit of different kinds of cavalry, but altogether 30 to 40, somewhere in there. Okay, so I think that's what we'll do. We'll go and collect some archers, build them up, because we're gonna need a ton. We have a lot. We're over 1,000 again. 1,000 there, about 250 here. And then that was... I should bring some people up and drop them off in this castle, actually. What I should do. Because now that Meltor is there, I could buff him up. Especially since he's so far away, he needs time to defend in case something bad happens. But anyway, I think that's what we'll do Tuesday. I'm gonna call stream here. Next week I'm toying with the idea of running a little longer. I'm not sure if I'm gonna do that yet, but we might be going 10 to 1 instead. Do a 3-hour stream. But we'll see. Until then, have a good weekend. Hope to see you next time.